Hey guys, some of you might be aware of my place of business. The company name won't be mentioned in this blog for several reasons that also won't be discussed in this blog, but I can say that it is a movie rental company for those of you who don't know where I work. This gentleman comes into work today and he puts two movies on the counter while cutting in front of like this huge line of people, and I'm the only one checking people out, mind you. But anyway, he puts the movies on the counter and I don't know what they are, so I'm like, are these returns, sir? And he's like, yes. I'm like, okay. So I take them off the counter and put them with all the other returns. I don't know why he couldn't have put them in the drop boxes like everyone else. We have two of them, but people feel compelled to bring them up to the counter. Puts them on the counter. I put them on the check-in counter, and he goes and picks movies and stuff like that. So I'm waiting on customers, and eventually he comes back up to the counter and with his movies that he's going to rent. So I grab the movies that he's returned, because I'm going to check them in before he checks out, because that's easier to bring up his account and stuff like that. So I check in his movies, and while I'm doing this, he points to Heroes, like one of the discs of Heroes, and he's all like, this is late, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. Do you think you could do me a favor? And he said favor, kept on asking him what he was saying because it sounded like he was saying flavor. He's all like, flavor, 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 flavor. And I'm like, I don't understand. So I was all like, eventually I understood that he was trying to say favor. Can you do me a favor by letting him rent that for another week for free? And it was already late. So I was all like, no sir, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. And he's all like, oh, okay then. Psh. I'm like, what you can do is you can rent it for another week. He's all like, well, that wouldn't be a favor, now would it? And I'm like, no, that wouldn't be a favor. That's policy. Yeah, policy. So he's already irate that I won't break the rules for him. Don't you love that? When like people come into your work and feel as if they're above everyone else and the rules do not apply to them. Oh, those are good days. So I'm trying to check him out, and he's got a balance on his account. And it's because they have a movie at home that has gone past the grace period. Movie rental policy at my store is we don't have late fees. But what it is you have a due date. After the due date, there's a grace period that you have that you won't be charged, and after the grace period, the movie sells to your account like you've decided to purchase it, because you've had it for like, what, 2 freaking weeks? Of course, like, we think that you're going to bring it back after that? We don't know what you're going to do. You've kept it past the due date, so you've allegedly bought the movie. It's either sold to your account, or if you have a credit card on your account, it's sold to your credit card. So technically you own the movie then, and then you have like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after that to bring the movie back. If you don't bring it back before then, it's permanently sold to your account. If you do bring it back and it's not past the 2 or 3 weeks, then it's like you're selling it back to us. So you have a small restocking fee of $1.33. So that's nothing compared to what late fees were, because late fees accumulate day after day after day, and then with the restocking fees you just have a restocking fee of $1.33. It doesn't accumulate day after day, you just have one restocking fee of $1.33. So this guy has a movie out, so yesterday it sold to his account, and I'm like, okay, I can't bypass this price here. I mean, you could go home and get the movie and bring it back, and then you'll be fine. You only have a restocking fee on your account, and he was all like, alright, and he was so, like, irate with me about this, and then he's all like, okay, and I'm like, okay, are you gonna go home and get this? And he's like, yep, and I'm like, do you want me to hold these ones? Because he had picked out movies to rent, and I'm like, do you want me to hold these for you? And he's like, nope, okay. He ends up coming back, and I've got more employees in the store now, so I'm doing check-ins with, like, the movies that are coming through the Dropbox, and he's talking to another one of my associates. So he's talking to him, and he's like, alright, here's this, and this rental policy, I've never heard of it, and there's no late fees, and I don't know what you're talking about with restocking fees, and blah blah blah. And he's all like, and I want you to delete my account because of her. And he points over to me, and I'm like, you're deleting your account with us because of me. What was it? Because I told you that you had kept something out too long? It is his fault. He kept it past the due date, and it sold to his account. He brought it back. It's not like he owns it permanently. He has a $1.33 restocking fee. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go rent somewhere else now. And he's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Go to, like, one of these other movie rental places? They have late fees. The movie that you had kept out a week past the due date would have been like $20 in late fees, if not more. So it's like, okay, what are you going to do? You're hurting my feelings by leaving our store. Yeah, I feel really bad now that, like, I get fired for that or something, right?